Is this what it feels like when your soul whispers secrets the world can't hear? They told me to find myself, so I got lost on purpose. Guess what I found? The silence in this room is screaming louder than any crowd ever could. Just when I thought I had it all figured out, the universe winked. My heart is a tangled mess of maybe and what if. Can you relate? This feeling, it's like the calm before a storm I both dread and crave. I'm not sure what's real anymore, but this moment feels intensely true. Imagine a world where your deepest fears become your greatest strengths. I'm almost there. Is it just me, or does time bend when you're thinking about everything and nothing at once? The weight of unspoken words could anchor a ship. Mine's a whole fleet. They say vulnerability is weakness. I say it's the only place where real growth happens. What if the key to happiness is simply acknowledging the chaos within? This isn't what I planned, but maybe that's the whole point. Sometimes the most profound answers come in the form of a question. I'm chasing a feeling I can't quite name, but I know it's important. Does anyone else feel like they're constantly rewriting their own story? The truth is, I'm more comfortable in the in-between spaces than anywhere else. What if our biggest regrets are the risks we never took? Food for thought. This quiet hum of anxiety feels strangely familiar these days. I'm learning that letting go doesn't mean forgetting, just releasing. Can you feel it too? That shift in the air, like something significant is about to happen. My mind is a whirlwind of possibilities and dead ends. Send help or coffee. They say you can't have everything. I wonder if everything is just peace of mind. This ache in my chest, it's either longing or indigestion. Jury's still out. What if the most beautiful things in life are the ones we can't hold on to? I'm trying to find the beauty in the broken pieces. It's harder than it looks. Does anyone else feel like they're living in a movie they didn't audition for? The fear of the unknown is real, but the fear of staying the same is stronger. What if our intuition is just our soul trying to guide us back home? This overwhelming sense of being both lost and found is strangely comforting. They told me to be strong, but sometimes strength is just admitting you're not okay. What if the universe is just a giant experiment and we're all the variables? This feeling of almost, but not quite, is becoming my new normal. I'm searching for a connection that goes deeper than words. Do you know it? What if true freedom is just the ability to be authentically yourself, flaws and all? This quiet desperation is a heavy cloak to wear. Anyone else feeling the weight? They say time heals all wounds. I'm still waiting on the fine print. What if the greatest adventure is simply understanding who you truly are? This internal battle between wanting to stay safe and wanting to fly is exhausting. I'm trying to listen to my gut, but it's currently arguing with my overthinking brain. What if happiness isn't a destination, but a series of small, conscious choices? This feeling of being on the verge of something big is both exhilarating and terrifying. They say you learn from your mistakes. I must be a genius by now. What if the meaning of life is just to experience it in all its messy glory? This quiet yearning for something more is a constant companion. I'm trying to trust the process, even when the process feels like falling. What if the answers we seek have been inside us all along? This bittersweet feeling of nostalgia for a moment that's still happening. They say the best is yet to come. I hope they're right. What if the universe communicates through feelings we can't explain? This sense of unease mixed with a flicker of hope is a strange cocktail. I'm learning that sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. What if our imperfections are what make us truly beautiful? This overwhelming desire for genuine connection in a superficial world. They say you can't go back. But what if you don't want to go forward? What if the present moment is all we ever truly have? This quiet contemplation of everything that has been and everything that could be. I'm trying to find my voice in a world that's constantly shouting. What if the greatest love story is the one you have with yourself? This deep breath, a moment of stillness in the chaos. What comes next? That feeling when you realize you're exactly where you're supposed to be, even if it's not where you thought you'd be. Is it just me, or is the line between dreaming and reality getting blurrier every day? They say, follow your heart. What if your heart is directionally challenged? What if the silence isn't empty, but full of unheard possibilities? This quiet rebellion against the expectations of others feels surprisingly liberating. I'm trying to collect moments, not things. What are you collecting? What if the greatest act of courage is simply being kind to yourself? This subtle shift in perspective is changing everything I thought I knew. They say you can't please everyone. Good thing I'm not everyone. What if the journey is the destination and we're just along for the ride? This feeling of being on the edge of a breakthrough, but not quite there yet. I'm learning to trust the unfolding, even when I can't see the full picture. What if our biggest flaws are just the flip side of our greatest strengths? This quiet understand that everything is temporary and that's okay. They say the grass is always greener maybe we just need to water our own more. What if true wealth is measured in moments of genuine connection? This gentle reminder to myself that it's okay to not have all the answers. I'm trying to embrace the uncertainty, even though it feels like walking on clouds. What if the universe has a plan far grander than anything we can imagine? This quiet confidence that comes from knowing you've survived tougher storms. They say, don't look back, but sometimes it's important to see how far you've come. What if the key to unlocking your potential is simply believing in yourself? This feeling of quiet anticipation for what the future holds, both good and bad. I'm learning to appreciate the small victories, the tiny sparks of joy. What if the most valuable lessons are learned through pain and discomfort? This subtle sense of growth, like roots slowly reaching deeper into the earth. They say everything happens for a reason. I'm still trying to figure some of them out. What if true happiness is found in accepting yourself unconditionally? This quiet determination to keep going, even when it feels impossible. I'm trying to find the magic in the mundane, the extraordinary in the ordinary. What if the world needs your unique brand of weirdness? This gentle acceptance of my own imperfections, the cracks that let the light in. They say you are what you eat. I must be a combination of coffee and good intentions. What if the most important conversations are the ones we have with ourselves? This quiet sense of peace that comes after letting go of something heavy. I'm trying to be present in each moment, even when my mind wants to wander. What if the universe is constantly conspiring in your favor, even when it doesn't feel like it? This subtle feeling of empowerment that comes from setting healthy boundaries. They say if you love something, let it go. I'm still working on the letting go part. What if the greatest adventure is the journey of self-discovery? This quiet understanding that vulnerability is not weakness, but strength. I'm trying to cultivate gratitude for the simple things, the everyday miracles. What if the answers you seek are hidden in plain sight? This gentle reminder to breathe, to just be in this very moment. They say never give up, but sometimes knowing when to pivot is key. What if true freedom is the ability to choose your own perspective? This quiet sense of resilience, knowing I can weather any storm. I'm trying to listen more than I speak, to truly hear what's being said. What if the universe rewards courage, even when it feels terrifying? This subtle feeling of interconnectedness, the sense that we're all part of something bigger. They say the best things in life are free. I'm starting to believe it. What if true beauty lies in authenticity, in being unapologetically yourself? This quiet confidence that comes from knowing your own worth. I'm trying to embrace change, even when it feels uncomfortable. What if the universe speaks to us through synchronicities and coincidences? This gentle reminder to be patient with myself. Growth takes time. They say laughter is the best medicine. I could use a refill. What if true wisdom comes from embracing paradox and uncertainty? This quiet sense of hope, even in the face of adversity. I'm trying to find joy in the process, not just the outcome. What if the universe is a mirror, reflecting back what we project? This subtle feeling of inner peace, a quiet stillness within the storm. They say home is where the heart is. Mine seems to be wandering lately. What if true strength is found in vulnerability and emotional honesty? This quiet determination to create a life I love, one step at a time. I'm trying to trust my intuition, that inner voice that always knows. What if the universe has perfect timing even when we don't understand it? This gentle acceptance of the ebb and flow of life, the natural cycles. They say the early bird gets the worm, but what about the night owls? What if true success is measured by the positive impact you have on others? This quiet sense of purpose, a feeling that I'm on the right path. I'm trying to let go of what I can't control and focus on what I can. What if the universe is constantly offering us opportunities for growth? This subtle feeling of gratitude for the present moment, this precious now.